All right, we are live. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, I am going to update the description box for you guys. I am using a phone that doesn't have service. It's just like a phone that we use in the house. It's basically like we just use it like a tablet. For the live, it's connected to the internet. I'm hoping everything goes smoothly because there's a lot of complaints from my other live with my other phone and how there was like a buzzing noise. So I'm hoping there isn't one here. Let me check. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Yeah, sounds good, sounds good. Okay, so if it, hopefully it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not going to start off with negativity, but I'm hoping that everything goes smoothly. All right, how is everyone? I hope you guys are doing well. I want to play some like waterfall sounds because it just like is so soothing to me. I was actually thinking of getting like a little tiny waterfall thingy for my office, I guess. That would be super cool. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is having a good day. Whoa, that's too loud. Hello, Laura Lee and Dumpling Jose. Okay, I feel like this is too much light over there. I'm gonna just kind of split it up. I don't know. Okay. All right. Hello. We are here. We are live. If you guys wanted to book a reading, you can. All that information is in the description box below. I have some spots left for tonight's live. I have like quite a few spots left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 spots left for tonight. Starting off with Trina. Hi, Trina. Hi, my love. How are you? I'm excited to jump into the tea with you because there is literal tea to be had, to be said. If you guys are interested in getting a reading, all the information is in the description box below. I think I'm going to use some different decks today because I'm getting tired of using the same ones. And I need to get my nails done. I'm thinking of doing like a small collective reading. I've been doing a lot of TikToks. I'm a little burnt out from like small readings. I want to do something that's more personal, which is why I jumped on this live. Let's see what I have in my drawer. Okay. Okay, so this is a really... Oh yeah, I didn't tell Paul because girl code. I was like, I don't know if I should. I feel like that's not my place, but there's some tea, baby, and you'll hear all about it because Trina has the best tea. So Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements, incredible book, and he came out with this oracle deck, and it's really, really cool. I'm going to pull a few cards for just anyone tuning in, anyone joining the live, just kind of set up the vibes for tonight. Hi, Christina. You can absolutely ask any question that you want to ask. All the information to book a reading for tonight is in the description box below. Let me know if you have any questions. I don't discriminate. I don't care what the question is about. In fact, the more drama, the better. Because I love reserving live streams for just like tea and adult readings, and it's like, it's late, it's 9 p.m. At least it's 9 p.m. here. I know for some people it's like much later, and I just think this is like where the adults hang out. Okay, so I really love Don Miguel Ruiz. Obviously, he wrote The Four Agreements, but he also wrote so many other series, and he just is like, I don't even know if he's like a true shaman, but he is the coolest and has this Toltec wisdom. And I love his oracle deck. I don't use it enough, quite frankly. I had it out on the coffee table because I felt like it was like a coffee table oracle deck, if that makes sense. But let's pull, let's see like what cards come out for you guys, for everyone who is just watching right now and tuning in. What is the energy for everyone watching right now? Okay. To start, we have be impeccable with your words, speak with integrity. Ooh, see, Trina, this is what we were talking about, staying confidential, and if not confidential, speaking with integrity. Be impeccable with your word. On the back it says, say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. I really like this. This is really great advice because honestly, I feel like we don't think about this concept enough, that our words have meaning, that they are like casting spells. Whether those words are used in a negative way and having negative self-talk, it is sort of like reverse, it's undoing the progress that you might want to see. So for example, like telling yourself, okay, I have a good example. When I was younger, I really struggled with acne really badly, and it's so hard to like look in the mirror and be like, I'm so beautiful and my skin is so clear, because it's like you obviously don't fucking see that or believe that. So it's natural to be like, oh my god, I'm breaking out. But to like speak that out into existence and to continue that dialogue and to always have that is kind of casting a spell, and it's like using your word for something that is actually more negative. And so what this card is saying is a little more broad and a little more profound, but I feel like in any situation, try to use your word in the direction of truth and love, and to not use it to speak against people or to belittle them or to tear them down or to talk shit, or even if it kind of feels good in the moment, because that's our ego. Our ego like feels good and gets satisfaction out of using our word in that way, but it's not actually that good for us, and it's not a good vibration to be in. So I really like this one. This is really good advice. And then we have be impeccable with your word. Realize the power of your word. Oh, we got two. Okay, so the thing about this deck is they're all different themes. So don't take anything personally. Always do your best. But we got two word cards. So this is all about communication. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from God. Okay, so using your word, using your throat chakra, again, to speak things into existence, to manifest positive things, positive scenarios and situations for ourselves, so that we can create the best situations possible. I think, like I said earlier, we don't even realize how much we speak things into existence, or because of like negative self-talk or like just general opinions we might have about ourselves or our image or other things around us, our environment. We don't realize that we're like creating more out of it than it should be, and thus it continues to happen, and we're wondering why. We have always do your best. Your best is changing all the time. Your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. I really love this card because I'm a mom now, and man, I used to hear it all the time when I was pregnant. I started following all these like moms and all these mom advice and blah blah blah, and then my whole life was like flooded with like all of these TikToks or like reels or memes about like moms and being like, don't feel guilty, don't feel bad, and I'm like, what are they talking about? And now that I'm a mom, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, for real. Like, it's hard to always do your best because there's circumstances change. You're fucking tired, you're annoyed. Like I was trying to feed our baby just now, like before I went live, and he was kicking me, biting me, scratching me all at once. And I was like, I can't do this. I literally cannot do this. So it's just, sometimes it's difficult, but that's just me, and that's a personal situation scenario. I think this card goes across so many different situations and scenarios. Your best will depend on whether you're fresh in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Self-abuse, that's big. I don't think we talk about that enough, and I don't see that anywhere enough either. I think we can be our own like abusers, and going back into like negative self-talk, and not necessarily treating ourselves with the nicest, not saying the nicest things to ourselves, not treating ourselves with enough respect. Be impeccable with your word. Become a white magician. All the magic you possess is based on your word, and you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from a spell. So that's kind of like what I had spoken about earlier, and I like that it came super full circle. I got you, Christina. You are number 2 on the list. If you guys want to book for tonight's reading, you can. All the information's in the description box below. But yeah, I just feel like the lesson or the theme coming out in these really beautiful cards is to just be more mindful about what we say, how we say it, and especially how we say things to ourselves. I think it's really important to give ourselves more credit, and especially at the end of the day, to just like give ourselves more love. Like, you did the best you can. You put the most energy out into the world that you can, and you tried your hardest, and that's all that can be done. And there's something to be said for that, and that's really special. All right, you guys, so let's get into the readings for tonight. I'm going to start off with the lovely Trina, and then Christina. The lovely Christina is afterwards. If you guys wanted to book, you can. All the information is in the description box below, and then I have Paulus helping me out here in the chat. Okay. So let me pull up your question. I know you're on 18 plus. I'm going to use a different deck this time around because I'm getting tired of the other one. Okay. So Trina, okay, so Trina and I have been talking on Instagram, and a lot has happened, and we are going to catch up with that. Okay, so haven't talked or heard from Bradford since last Saturday. Oh, Ashley, I got you. You are number 3. And haven't heard anything about him and Hunter. So basically, to catch everybody up, if I may, Trina, is like basically this guy that she's been best friends with forever, and like they ended up catching feelings for each other, started seeing this other girl, and she really didn't like Trina for whatever reason, probably jealousy, and didn't want him to see her or be friends with him, which was really sucky because like you gotta remember they were best freaking friends above anything. And then I guess this girl was kind of bossing him around and saying, you can't hang out with Trina, you can't see her, and it was kind of messing up their whole like connection and relationship, and we were sort of following closely on it. And then the tea is that she was seeing a different guy the whole fucking time, and then kicked this guy to the curb and was like, sorry, never mind, bye. And so this whole thing was for nothing. He basically jumped over hoops and loops for this girl who was being two-faced because she's saying he can't see other people or even be friends with other people. Meanwhile, she's seeing other people. So yeah, a big ass mess. So we're going to check in on the energy. But how is he feeling about me, and what's going to happen next with us? Like I said before, I've been detaching from him before I heard about him and Hunter being over, and I'm still standing by that decision, because even if he comes running back to me, he has to do more than that. I'm going to You're going to the Jonas Brothers concert tonight? Wait, Trina, what? I love you. What the fuck? I didn't even know they were together still. This is so ridiculous. When you're on live, so I might not be able to join the election tonight. Wait, you have to like record videos. I really want to watch this. That is so crazy. Oh my god, that is probably so fucking fun. You know it's gonna be so fun because it's like our generation that like grew up with them and stuff. I wonder if there's gonna be a bunch of young people because like I don't even know if they know who the Jonas Brothers are. Anyway, I had the biggest crush on Joe Jonas and like Camp Rock. Oh my god. Fuck it up. So, Bradford, how is he feeling about you? What's gonna happen with us? Oh my god, you love Nick. Okay, as I grew older, I loved Nick, but when I was like young, before Joe got like all hairy and stuff, I was like super crushing on Joe. Okay, how is he feeling about you and what's gonna happen next with us? Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. I definitely feel just, I have just pulled one freaking card and I'm already getting downloads. I honestly feel, oh my gosh, Ashley, don't apologize, I got you. The first card, just pulling it initially, like in reverse, I'm really getting the energy that like he's super embarrassed. I don't think that's what the Knight of Wands in reverse means, but I just got like the download or the feeling that he's really like embarrassed over the whole situation and like especially probably how he treated you amidst the situation, because again, you're jumping hoops for some girl who does not give a fuck about you at the end of the day and is being really two-faced, honestly, because she's saying you can't see other people and blah blah blah, making it seem all exclusive. Meanwhile, she's like, you know, seeing other people. So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I'm totally getting that there's gonna probably be a little more separation between you two just because of the, like, he's like mortified, like the embarrassment. And I don't know how close knit your friend group is, but maybe he thinks that like news has already like circulated in the friend group and he's just embarrassed and like knows that he fucked up. And again, he always views you as the Queen of Wands, duh, because you're a Sagittarius, that makes so much sense too. But he always views you as like being on this throne, honestly. And like maybe that's why he's even extra mortified, because this whole time you have been really zen and really cool and really, you know, about it, and you have been taking space, and he sees that you kind of detached your energy. And I think now he's just especially like, damn, like it's gonna be hard pressed to see if Trina even like accepts me again, because how am I gonna come back to her after this? How am I even, I just look pathetic. Like, what am I gonna come running back to her? Like she's just gonna say, I told you so. So they're kind of just like, they don't even know what to do or how to handle the situation. They just know they look dumb. We have the Devil popping up too. Yeah, they're feeling really, and it's interesting because I thought I would get a bunch of swords and a bunch of cups. They're not heartbroken and they're not like stressed and fucked up over the situation with her in particular. They're more so like embarrassed over their own like reputation or their own sense of reputation, at least amongst the friend group, and especially like your opinion of them right now, because they think that like you might look down on them and that they are just stupid and immature. And I feel like with the Devil, this kind of, I don't know, I need to clarify it, because the Devil's so broad, it can be so broad. But if I'm just going based off intuition, I do feel like they are trying to cope right now with some sort of, I don't know, alcohol, weed, fill in the blank, something where they're just like, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to deal with my emotions. I just want to drink, or like whatever it is. And this is a current energy. This is not to say that they won't come rushing back towards you, because who the fuck do we have? We have the Knight of Wands. You know, they've always been attracted to you, even throughout this whole process, even throughout dating this girl. They were super torn because they were so attracted to you still, and she's like obviously was threatened by that. And you know, he didn't want to end things with you because he was afraid that you would cut him off for good, because he knows you really well, and he knows what you're about, and he knows how you handle situations with guys probably, and he didn't want to be one of those guys that like Trina blocked or whatever. So he was like on the fence about not talking to you, even though she was trying to make him not talk to you. And I feel like the whole time, though, my point is, the whole time he was never not attracted to you, and he was never not into you, and he just decided to go this one route. He had like two choices, and he decided to go this one route and see it out and see it through, and it just ended in complete embarrassment. And he feels mortified over like his decision, because it was completely in his control. But now he's like kind of thinking, damn, like obviously I should have gone towards Trina. I always wanted to, I was always attracted to her. Like, he's like kicking himself is sort of energy. He's like kicking himself like, damn, I'm fucking stupid, I'm a fool. And I'm just really getting that energy. And with Judgment, he's hoping there's life after death. He's hoping that like you guys can reconcile in that way, but he doesn't want to do that right now. He wants there to be separation, or he wants to linger in this energy a little bit more and kind of think it through, because he doesn't want you to think that he's running right back to you, even though essentially that's what he's doing and what he wants to do. He doesn't want to make it so obvious, like he gets rejected by this one girl and then comes running back to you. He really doesn't want to make it seem so blunt, but that's like what he wants to do. That's like his intention. And I think even wants to run back to you because you guys have this friendship, and he wishes he could talk to you like about it. But again, he knows that you're probably going to be like, I told you so, even though you probably won't, because you're like way more mature than that. But he's just like, it's one of those things where he's just like wants to put a paper bag over his head. Like, it's totally, that's totally like what I'm getting. And he just feels stupid. He just feels dumb. And it's not even that I'm seeing any particular tarot card that says like, this person feels stupid, but I'm just getting like such a download of his energy. And I'm actually really excited to do the channeled messages, because I wonder what he's gonna say as well, you know? So clarifying the Queen of Wands, we have, oh no, he did not. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh no, he did not. Wow. Yeah, so like I said, the separation I do think is going to continue a little bit longer, but like, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, like he will come through, and he'll have some follow through this time around. Like he always, this is so stupid. I mean, he always wanted to choose you, but he chose the easier choice, because you're not easy, and not easy in like you're a difficult person, not like that, but you're just like, you require work, you require leveling up, you require like a man, and he has to be a man to get you. And he was with kind of like a girl, and clearly she showed her true colors as like a girl. I mean, she's like over here dating other people, telling him he can't date other people. You know, it kind of, the situation revealed itself for what it was. So he chose the easier route, the easier choice, and now it's like he always did want to choose you. It just would have required work. It was just would have required, honestly, some fucking work. And so he's like wants to come back towards you. It's like now that this hasn't worked out, he's thinking like how he can come back around. Of course, the Knights are slow moving, and by slow moving, I mean this is going to take some time. I don't want to say he's slow moving, because he's already thinking about this action, and he already is kind of plotting and scheming. I don't think he's slow moving. I think that he purposely and like methodically wants to slowly move towards you, just because he is so embarrassed, and he doesn't want to make it seem like he got rejected and then he's coming back to you. Like he doesn't want you to feel like you're a second choice. And it's kind of like with his actions, it feels that way, but I don't think he actually thinks that way. I think he always thought you were the first choice, but he just made the wrong move. I mean, this is no wonder he's so embarrassed. I can feel it. I can feel his embarrassment, because it's like, you know, he should have just like chose you. It would have been so much easier, and he in his mind thought it would have been harder. And this is the typical Radford that I've been reading for the past few weeks, is that he just overthinks. Like he overanalyzes and plots and schemes, and then overthinks, and then he thinks himself into like a tizzy, and makes things more complicated than they are. And that, I feel like, sums up who he is at the end of the day. I'm sure he's a great guy. Sure, he's a super great guy, probably super attractive, all of that. but just something about his way of thinking is like, you're just, Bradford, you're just making it difficult on yourself. Why? So I feel like with the world ending, clarifying the devil, this is like a literal full circle moment. Like, so many other things that have happened with you, Trina. Like, I love to have you join the live stream because damn, there's so many things that have unfolded, like just in our live streams, and just like with Nico and now Bradford. Now we have the world. This has come full circle, and it definitely will. They are going to come right back to you, especially because you have detached, especially because you're glowing up, you're hot girl summer energy, you know, you're living it up, doing your own thing, like I don't need no man, I'm a Sagittarius, what, like all of that energy. And he right now is really hoping that there's life after death. He right now is really hoping he can come back towards you and, you know, be with you sexually. He right now is hoping that he can be with you in a relationship. You know, he wants you. And so in the meantime, what is he doing about it? He's drinking about it. He doesn't know what to do other than to, I don't know, smoke weed or drink alcohol. He just doesn't even want to deal with himself right now. He's kind of just so mortified and embarrassed. So yeah, I'm definitely getting the energy that he will be coming back, probably to fuck you first and then to offer a relationship, but both in equal parts. So I do think both are the intention, which is good. He's just, yeah. We have this could be the one. And if this is the one, this would be such a wild story. Like if you guys grow old together, on how you meet and like the things that have happened and all the things that have gone down. We have separation, so like I said, I do think that separation is going to last a tad bit longer, but that's just because they're in their fields right now. And then hi Bree and Olivia. I do have spots left if you guys want to book, and all that information is in the description box below. Yeah, so I want to pull some more oracle. I'm trying to figure out which deck, because I had some out for my private readings. Okay, sorry, just checking the bookings. Okay, so what is the current energy? We have TikTok, so it could be that they feel a need to make a move or have a conversation with you, and they're just not sure, like they're kind of at this pause. They don't really know like how to do it or how to initiate it. But I think that this time around they really will go the distance, because honestly, like what you've shown through your actions throughout this whole process is that you're really mature and you're too hot for this bullshit. You're on some hot girl shit. And he really is seeing that, and he's really seeing you in that light. He just thinks that you're so beautiful and sexy and hot, all like wrapped up into one being who's like extremely sassy and like really funny. And I feel like he just, you know, he doesn't know like what to do with himself next to you at this point in time, because he just feels stupid. He feels like an idiot. So let's do his channeled messages. Let's figure out what he would say to you. What he would say to you. Damn, he's a heavy drinker. Okay, he's like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything right now. We have the Four of Swords. What would he say to you? Do your channeled messages. What would he... I don't want to say anything. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's like not the Three of Swords in the upright, because it's not that he's heartbroken, but it's that he involved you in this like third party bullshit, and it ended up being like a bunch of nothing, and he just feels stupid. As he should. As he should. Ugh, these men, I swear to God. Okay. What would he say to you? Wow, the cards, like, seriously, like, watch me shuffle. They seriously don't want to come out. What would he say? Just kidding, they do. What would he say to you? We have the Hierophant. Is that the Hierophant or is that the Emperor? That's the fucking, damn, I don't know. We have Death. We have the Lovers. Two of Swords. Yeah, he doesn't really know right now how to handle the situation, but I know what his intentions are. His intentions are to come back towards you. Okay. We have the Tower. Definite Tower moment. Definite Tower moment. He's like, can I come back? Can we be friends? Three of Pentacles. Okay, Bradford. What would you say to Trina? And then this one wanted to pop out. Okay. I don't really know what to say. No, he's like, I know that you're probably expecting to hear from me, and I know that you probably heard like what happened and everything, and yeah, it's just really stupid. I feel really stupid, and I feel really honestly bad that I had involved you in this to begin with, that you had to kind of deal with me sort of discussing like how it would be hard to see you and talk to you and all of these things. I shouldn't have done that. I honestly should have played my cards better. I really hope that maybe like after all is said and done, maybe we can just start over and start fresh and just have like a new beginning. Because honestly, at the end of the day, you are my best friend. You've been my best friend. I feel like we've been through so much together. And I never meant to make you feel like I was stuck between you and her, or two different choices, or I was undecided. Maybe it did come off that way and it seemed like that, but I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was imagining that, I don't know. I don't even know how to rationalize what I was thinking. I'm kind of like pissed about the whole situation myself, and you know, amongst it being so like embarrassing and all these things that people are probably thinking about me, all the things that you might be thinking about me, I'm just kind of going through it because I put in a lot of like energy and time, and it was like wasted. And so obviously I'm pissed off individually, but aside from that, I really miss our friendship, and I want to hang out. I want to hang out and see you, and be able to be together, just, you know, stress-free, and without like the attachment of like, oh, we're gonna hook up or we're gonna be in love. Just friends for now, and we can see where that goes. But I just feel like I owe you an apology, and I feel like I need to be a better person to you, just in general. I need to be more committed, more loyal, I think, to our friendship. I think what I'm most upset about with myself is that I would have like tossed our friendship to the curb like it was nothing, and it was not nothing. Like, it meant something to me, and like that really speaks on my loyalty, and that really wasn't fair to you. And I don't know why I did that, and I feel really shitty about that in particular. So I know that if we talk about again, and if we hang out again, we're friends again, like I need to prove myself to you. I know that like I wouldn't expect you to just trust me. I wouldn't expect you to just like let me in. I'm an asshole. And I think that I really need to work, or at least be more consistent towards you, to be able to kind of earn back like our connection and our friendship. I probably would deserve, you know, you cutting me off or blocking me, and I'm hoping you don't do that. I'm hoping you just kind of hear me out and understand me, and we can talk about this drama together and like laugh about it or something. But really, at the end of the day, I miss my friend. And I'm sorry that I made you feel left out. I'm sorry that I didn't invite you to certain things because of this whole situation. You didn't deserve that. You need you to know up front, you didn't deserve that. I never thought like about leaving you, even if there was this ultimatum that she was giving me and all this drama. I never once, like, it never crossed my mind like I'm gonna not be your friend. Like that was not an option. I was just gonna have to like not like hide it, I guess. But you're amazing. You always have been. You always will be. I appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate your consistency. I appreciate you as a person. I appreciate your hustle and just your booty and everything. I think you're just the coolest. And I really, really want to turn over a new page and just, I don't know, have fun again and be free again and just be with you and our friends and go down some sort of new road or new beginning or new pathway that just brings in more travel and parties and just fun. I just don't want to, I don't know. I just don't want to go down that road again. So, or make that mistake again. I truly do love you, and I'm sorry that I made you upset or sad. This just really wasn't my intention. I know that you probably don't want to hear any of that from me, but I'm hoping that someday we will be able to grow more than friends. I think for now I just need to like work on a few things, especially on myself and but just know that I have so much love for you and I really appreciate you and our friendship, and I can't wait to see where we end up actually going. Okay, that made my back hurt. I don't know why. I don't know if Bradford's having back pain or if he's thirsty, because now I'm fucking thirsty. But Trina, I love you. That was your channeled messages from Bradford. I appreciate you so much. As always, have so much fun tonight. Take videos. I cannot believe the Jonas Brothers are together, but that is literally so fun that you're going. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Christina. And Christina, I got you. I added that on for you. So I'm going to pull up your question. So you got a regular deck pool and channeled messages. Brianna, I got you. So after Christina, who we're on, oh, thank you, who we're on right now is Ashley. After Ashley will be Brianna. Okay, so Christina, let me know what your question is. I'm not sure if you had put it in the chat. Okay, I got you. So just whenever you're ready, let me know what your question is. You got a regular deck pool and channeled messages. Oh, it might be blocking. There's certain words that the chat on YouTube blocks. What you can do is you can maybe go to the PayPal transaction and comment on it or message me. Or if you have Instagram, you could DM me. I have some people DM me. My Instagram's at Samantha James with a Z Tarot. Yeah, Well, baby, sometimes they don't let you say certain words on the chat and it blocks it for some reason. I don't know why. But I've had that happen with a few clients before. Okay. Yeah, I can come back to you, no problem. Okay, so Ashley, I'm going to do yours and then I will come back to you, Christina. Okay, so 18 plus deck pool and channeled oracle and timeline. Who is the woman that's coming towards you in love, long term, your relationship and sex life? Okay, so let's get into it. Brianna, we are on you, and then Christina, I'll come back to you. So 18 plus deck pool, channeled oracle, and timeline. Who is the woman that's coming towards you in love, long term? Who is the woman that is coming towards you in love, long term? Whoa, there's a lot of energy here. To start, we have the King of Wands and Temperance in reverse. Yes, Ashley, I'm on you. And then we're going to come back to Christina after because she's got to send her question. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I was doing Brianna's. Okay, Ashley, so your question is, in 18 plus in channeled messages, will we have another sexual encounter? What does he want to happen if we do? Will we have another sexual encounter? What does he want to happen if we do? We have the Queen of Swords to start. Will we have another sexual encounter? What does he want to happen if we do? We have Strength. The Four of Wands. The Three of Cups in reverse. The Hermit. Will we have another sexual encounter, and what does he want to happen if we do? The King of Pentacles. The Magician. And the King of Swords. Okay. Will we have another sexual encounter? Yeah, I believe so. I think so, yeah. The indicators are that one, there is just a strong attraction here. I think that he's very attracted to you. He thinks you're very smart and witty. He's very attracted to your mind, amongst many other things, because physically obviously he's very attracted to you, but the thing that is standing out the most is like your communication with each other, how you guys talk to each other and speak to each other. They're really attracted to you, how you think, how you speak. They really like your facial features. They think you're just really beautiful and have really nice facial features. They really like your lips and your eyes. This person definitely wants to be with you again sexually, and what they want to happen is, I don't know if they were like a Minuteman in the past, but they really want to last a long time with the Strength card. I also feel like they want to like exhibit their actual strength a little more by, I don't know, picking you up, throwing you on the bed, something where they can really kind of showcase what they've been working on in the gym. I also feel like they might want to go multiple rounds, maybe like last time or in the past they were like a Minuteman, maybe they couldn't go another round because they were super tired. But this person really wants to like go all night till the sunrise type of shit. And the reason for it being, aside from their attraction to you, is that they actually feel like a pretty strong connection. I don't know how spiritual this person is. I don't know if they're like, this person's my soulmate, but they definitely feel like there's a reason that you guys met, and the chemistry and the magnetism and like the pull that you guys have for each other is so strong that they're like, they're not going to jeopardize that. They're not going to not see you again. Of course they're going to see you again. Of course they want to be with you again sexually. Of course they want, you know, good positive things to happen, to come from that, because they're not letting you go anytime soon. They think you're super hot, super sexy, and they think that you are really, really like, you know, special. I feel like next time they see you, they don't want to drink. I don't know if they drank last time, or you guys went to a bar, or they partied or something, and there was something going on where, I don't know, with the Three of Cups in reverse, maybe it was just like you guys went out first and then they were fucking tired after, so they like fucked you once and then not again. They don't want to do that this time around. This time around they want to come ready and equipped to go all night long in the bedroom. I think with the Hermit card as well, you know, backtracking from the sexual aspect of the connection, they're very attracted to the fact that, you know, you guys have like a mental connection. Like you guys really vibe with each other. You can really talk to each other. They are attracted to the fact that you're intelligent, that there's like a lot going on in there in that pretty head of yours. And with the Hermit, they think that, you know, to some degree or to some element, this is a spiritual connection, or they might really notice that you're spiritual and you kind of feel like a spiritual mentor to them because they've never had someone, you know, talk to them in this way or speak to them in a way that open their eyes up the way that you do. With the King of Pentacles, I feel like, I always felt like the King of Pentacles, he's not the most creative love maker in the bedroom, but with the mixture of Magician and the King of Swords, it's almost like he's not very creative. Like he wants to just kind of like fuck and like maybe not even like kind of skip over foreplay too. He just wants to like get up in there and like go hard and fast for like as long as possible. But because he's not creative and he knows that, he like wants to mix it up and like play around, maybe even add some toys, which is kind of like not creative as well, because it's like, okay, you think that being creative is adding toys to the bedroom. But, you know, to each their own. I feel like he wants to do something kinky or maybe take suggestions from you. The Magician and King of Swords, all about communication as well, so dirty talk, that kind of thing. I think that maybe you guys have been sexting or whatever and getting like excited about it, or maybe they want you to sext them or send them some sort of nude or something to get them excited about the whole thing. But I do think they want to try to switch it up in the bedroom and like add some kink to the whole thing. And by kink, I mean like in this particular case, maybe they want to add some toys and maybe they want to handcuff you, or I don't know, whatever the situation is. But I definitely feel like, yes, you're definitely going to have another sexual encounter. He wants a lot of different things to happen between you two, but on two different levels. Like one, obviously he wants to do things with you sexually, but two, there is like a lot of romance here. And I do think that he is really attracted to you and like low-key might be falling for you as well. We have very soon. We have past life relationship. So it could have been that you guys have known each other before. With very soon, I do feel like you guys will be connecting very soon, which is really cool. We have wedding. I don't know, maybe it's possible you guys get married. We have deception. So yeah, I feel like, okay, with the drinking thing, I feel like they have noticed that you're very open and raw and honest and vulnerable. And like by leading by example, they're kind of like, they want to do better. With the hermit too, you're like the spiritual mentor they never had. They like want to be better. And I feel like they just are kind of like looking at themselves as like, like when I'm drinking, like I'm not really me, and I want to really be me. And maybe they're like, I'm not really me in the bedroom either. So there is this card that really talks about like, I don't want to drink, I don't want to go out before, I want to just be like fully present with you, because they really want to be open and honest the way that you've been, which is really cute and honestly really pure. This person has really good intentions. So let's see what else. We have higher power and truth be told. Yeah, I feel like they're starting to get a little more... Okay, I see it. I was like gonna say, with the Four of Wands, there seems to be like if you guys are just dating, it seems like there is a lot here. A lot of like history. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. So there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of respect. And now the Queen of Swords is making sense, because it's like they definitely want to do right by you, because you will tell them off. They know you will. But it's almost seems like fated that you guys have reconnected, and they really want to do things right this time around is sort of the vibe that I'm getting. So let's see what they would say to you. Let's see what they would say to you. Let's do your channeled messages. Okay, we have the Three of Swords coming out in reverse. What would they say to you? Whoa. Like a lot. We have the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups in reverse. What would they say to you? The King of Wands. We have the Emperor. What would they say to you? The Knight of Wands in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. And the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. I really know that I'm aware that I fucked up a lot in the past, and I'm aware that I made a lot of promises that I didn't fulfill, and it was almost kind of this like empty competition. Like I was trying to compete with myself, and I just didn't fulfill. You know, I didn't win, and I know that I lost a lot here in this connection. I lost a lot of your love, and I lost a lot of your respect, rightfully so. But I just want you to know I've never stopped loving you. I've never stopped being attracted to you. I have always had tunnel vision for you. I have always imagined that we would somehow end up together, and it's not necessarily in a sexual way. I'm not just coming towards you for sex. I really appreciate you, and you've really opened my eyes to so many things that I just hadn't imagined before. And I really want to see like what the future holds for us this time around. And that's kind of why I feel like we've reconnected, why I've reached out. I don't want to hesitate. I don't want to make the wrong move. I just want to go towards this in a very honest way, in a very blind faith sort of way. I just feel like I've made a lot of, I don't know, I just feel like I've made a lot of mistakes, and I made you wait, and I just really was trapped in my mind a lot of the time. And I know that what it was like to be without you, it was just, I missed you a lot. And I've never, like I said, stopped caring for you. I never stopped loving you. But this time around, I feel like I can do things differently. I feel like this time around, I'm not just competing. I'm not just like running on a treadmill. I feel like I can actually show you something that is successful, show you actual results. I know that we've been through so much together, so much, and I appreciate all the phases that our relationship has gone through, all the phases that we've seen each other through. You've remained so loving and so caring and so maternal, and I feel like I have really stressed you out a lot, and I just don't want to disappoint you anymore. So if I'm going to come back towards you the way that I want to come back slow and steady. I really want to regain your trust. I really want to give to you my time and energy. I really want there to be a transformation, and I want us to build a solid foundation as friends. I think as friends with no strings or no bullshit attached, I think we could really make this work this time around. I really think that my follow through would be 10 times better than it has been, than it was. But I'm hoping that there's life after death. I'm hoping that there is some sort of resurrection that this connection can have, because I really want to come back and be fair. I want to be honest. I want to change and do things differently. I want to communicate better. I love you so much, and I've always wanted this family with you and this home, and I don't see that or imagine that with anyone else. I don't think, in that way necessarily, but you're different and you're unique, and I've always had this loyalty to you and this passion for you, and it's because you are just so it for me. You make me really happy, and I just think that maybe it's time we just try things differently before it's too late. All right, so that was your channeled messages from your person, Ashley. Thank you so much for being here and booking a reading. I really hope that resonated. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Christina, and then after Christina is Brianna. If you guys wanted to book, you can. There still is some spots available for tonight. Christina, let me check your question. I think you DM'd me on Instagram. Okay, Christina, I got you. So you got a regular deck pool and channeled messages. So question, you are a Libra, you have a friend with benefits, Sebastian, he's an Aquarius. We took 8 years together. We were friends. He doesn't say that he loves me or asked me to be his girlfriend. The drama is there is a woman, Fatme. Oh my gosh, who named this person that? Fatney, is that her name? Sagittarius. I think he likes her and she likes him back, but they are supposed to be friends. They have a group of friends and work together in freelance mode, but I don't know. My intuition says another thing. So I'm really insecure and sad. I caught him looking at her Instagram profile and I didn't say anything, but it hurts. What is happening between those two? Are they going to be something more? Okay, so you got a regular deck pull and channeled messages. So okay, so we have the Death card. What is going to happen between them? Are they going to be something more? We have the Moon. We have the Fool. Three major arcana so far. We have the King of Wands. Oh, okay, 15 for extended reading. Okay, instead of channeled messages. Okay, so we'll do the extended. So we have three major arcana and we have the King of Wands. I mean, I definitely think that this connection to this girl is significant in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I definitely think with the King of Wands popping out, there is an initial attraction. I think that okay, let's keep pulling. Let's clarify the Death card. I'm like, I don't want to speak on anything just yet, because there is a lot of confusion with the Moon and between them and like what could happen, what they could be. And maybe there's confusion because he doesn't know how she feels about him and like doesn't know if it's mutual, but let me clarify. We have the Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Is there going to be anything that happens between them? Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Swords. Okay, I mean, I definitely, so there's good news and bad news. I guess the good news is I don't think they're going to end up together in any type of way. I don't think that she's interested in him, or I don't think she's going to end up being interested in him. But I don't think they're going to end up together, like, in any scenario. The bad news is I do think he's into her, and like there is that attraction there. He is going to try to like hit her up or hit on her in some sort of way. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go in his favor. We started off with the Death card, and it's a little too obvious to like start with that and be like, it's not happening, it's not going to happen. So I had to keep pulling, but then we got the Moon card, which is like a no. So there's just a lot of no's here. I don't think you have anything to worry about as far as like them. I don't think that they are going to be a thing or end up together. Maybe she just likes the attention and that's why she talks to him, or they talk back, or whatever it is, but I don't know if he is necessarily what she is looking for. The thing that, you know, is more the focus, I guess, is that he is like definitely looking in her direction. I'm going to keep pulling on the spread because you did get an extended reading and I want to kind of see his feelings for you. But as far as this spread goes, I definitely feel like he's looking in her direction. He wants to talk to her. He wants to talk to her more and get to know her. But I do think he has some heavy hitting competition. I don't think that he is going to be the one that she ends up talking to or chooses, or however you want to say it. But yeah, for some reason it's very unclear why things don't work out between them. I think like with the Five of Pentacles clarifying the Moon, maybe things just fizzle out. Quite literally, it just doesn't work. Like it just fizzles out. They just stop talking for whatever reason. Maybe there's even like a ghosting. But I'm just getting the energy that like, I don't know, that just nothing ends up happening between them. We have the Ace of Cups, which is about falling in love, in reverse. We have Worth Waiting For, came out in reverse. Soulmate in reverse. you know, I don't usually read oracles like in reverse, but I feel like it's a sign. I feel like they're coming out this way because it's kind of like he probably wants to wait on her, but it's not worth waiting for, and he probably thinks like, oh my god, this is my soulmate, but she's not. So that's kind of how he is like viewing the situation. How is he feeling and thinking about you? We have a Hermit. We have Strength. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so he thinks you're very shy. He thinks you're very guarded and shy and not that outspoken, a little more introverted, and it could be that you're coming off shy because you're really into him. I know that when I'm into someone, I'm more quiet and like, I'm not trying to be, I'm just like nervous, or at least I was when I was younger. But I think he's viewing you as someone who's kind of shy. He is viewing you as someone who like has a natural like radiance to you, like a natural confidence. So it's interesting because we don't necessarily equate confidence with shyness and put those two in the same category or in the same box, but it's like, it's almost like he views you as so much greater than you view yourself, and he's like, I don't know why Christina's shy, like she doesn't have to be, she's so beautiful and like so gorgeous, and like I want to hear more about her and her life and things like that. So it's kind of like they don't know why you are that way, they don't know that you like them as much as you do. They really have no clue with the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. And so they just kind of see you as someone who might just be very introspective and like, you know, very just to yourself and very introverted, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, but they think you're so beautiful and sexy, and so they just don't understand why you would be shy. They just assume that because you look the way you do that you should be this like very crazy extroverted outspoken person. Like why are you not more confident like you should be, basically, is the energy. With the Queen of Wands, they think that at least who you are with them and what they've seen, they really like it. They think that you have this like sassiness to you, and the sassiness is something that like makes them really happy, especially when you are that way. I think they're curious as to like where things will go between you two with the Magician clarifying the Strength. I think that so far they're really appreciating like your friendship and like this kind of unspoken loyalty that you guys have for each other, and maybe in some way, shape, or form you've helped them with something. With the Hermit, like you've helped them spiritually, or you've listened to them rant or something where you've been like a really good friend to them, and it makes them curious because like they are attracted to you sexually and physically and romantically too, but it makes them curious as to like where things will end up. The problem here in the connection is they just have no clue how you feel for them, so they're just kind of bluntly thinking of you how they do, but they're not thinking in terms of necessarily like, oh, Christina likes me and we're gonna move things forward. Like they don't know that you like them, and they don't know that there's a possibility of there being a relationship or a romantic relationship here. So they don't know that. But if they did, with the Ten of Cups coming out in the Hierophant, there definitely could be that opportunity for sure. I feel like with the Ten of Cups clarifying the Four of Pentacles, it's almost like if you just open up a little bit more, if you're just a little bit more vulnerable with him, or a little bit more open, or share a little bit more about yourself, maybe even share something about your feelings for him, you would be surprised where this goes, because he is probably only looking at this other person as, you know, that's where his attention has gone, or maybe he's looking at this other person because he doesn't know if you're interested in him. It's one of those things, like I know I've had a lot of like platonic friendships with men, and like, you know, they would date other people or they'd see other people, and I'm not saying that I had like a secret crush on them, but I'm saying that if I did, they would not fucking know that, because we're friends and we started off as friends, and like I'm listening to them talk about someone else, and I'm not objectifying, or I'm not saying anything. I'm not like, oh, you shouldn't see her. I'm just kind of like, yeah, cool, yeah, whatever. But that's just because I didn't like care. I didn't really like them in that way. You know what I'm saying? So he probably thinks you guys are just friends and has no clue that like you're secretly sad and upset over this other girl, and had he known, if he knew, he wouldn't be talking about this other girl to you, and he wouldn't be scrolling her Instagram in front of you. And I guess he's just assuming that like ahead of time you've rejected him or you're not into him, because he definitely is attracted to you. So I feel like if he knows your feelings, he would just completely switch his attention to you. I think that's the problem here. Because we have the 10 of Cups, like there's this potential, this huge potential for there to be love. And we have the Hierophant, there's this potential. 3 of Wands is all about like the glass is half full, the world is your oyster. It's about like endless possibilities like in the future. And with the Hierophant clarifying, it's like you guys could totally be in a relationship together. Like that could totally be a thing, that could totally happen, but it just takes this initial change, I feel like, in communication. So we have Clean It Up, and we have New Life. So Clean It Up is coming because it's basically Spirit saying like, listen, you need to just make a few adjustments within the connection, and trust me, things will sort of like sort itself out on its own. And then we have New Life, and it's like I said, with the 10 of Cups and the Hierophant and the Magician, there is this huge possibility for there to be a full-fledged relationship with this person, you and him together, like no other girl involved. So it's like, in some ways, I wouldn't say it's a third-party situation, just simply because he has no clue. He's so oblivious. It's not like, I would call this a third-party situation, that you're like in a full-on marriage or relationship with someone and they go and see someone else and cheat on you. That's how I would define a third-party situation. In this connection, I feel like they think that you guys are friends and like bros even, and they think it's because you're not that into them. They don't know how you feel about them. And they just like, they don't know. So I feel like open up that connection to this and just watch all the energy sort of transform and change. With New Life, I definitely feel like you guys have this potential to be together and to be in a relationship with each other. So you've let your friends help you. So I don't know if you guys have mutual friends, but they probably have told you this. And then stay optimistic about your love life, and look at that. Express your love. Say something to this person because they really want you to. So yeah, that is what I am seeing for you. I really hope that resonated. I love you so much, Christina. Thank you so much for being here. You're gonna have to update me about your situation once you like reveal your feelings to him. And maybe the situation with the other girl will fade out, and then you'll reveal your feelings to him. And you'll have to keep me updated on what happens and how things go. But I love you and appreciate you. Hope to see you again soon. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Brianna. And then after Brianna is Rigo Berto. Paul wants to know when I will find love. Of course. Okay. Brianna, we are on you now. No, I'm just gonna finish. Did I pronounce his name correctly?
Call him Rigo.
Rigo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a really awesome guy.
He said Paul wants to know when I will find love.
He's being retarded. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
some
some
tea.
tea. You drinking water? Drink some water. You're like going so fast. Little break. Alright, guys, just wait 1 second. This little monkey. You're drinking your water. You're like a machine or something. Not a machine.
Cheap as a sweet.
Cheap as out. But I get you some cold water.
Dave. Dave. All right, Brianna. So you got an 18 plus, channeled oracle and timeline cards. Who is the woman that's coming towards you in love, long term, a relationship, and sex life? Who is the woman that's coming towards Brianna in love? We have the 5 of Cups. Who is the woman that's coming towards Brianna in love? We have Strength. We have the 2 of Wands. In reverse, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Magician. And the Moon. Who is the woman coming towards you in love long term? And we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so starting off with the 5 of Cups, I feel like you're going to meet this person upon some sort of heartbreak or sadness. Maybe not a heartbreak, maybe more like a sadness or a depression. I guess what I feel like is you're going to meet this person when you least expect it. Now, I don't know if they're the one going through depression or you're the one going through depression, but I feel like you're just going to meet this person when you're like really not expecting it. I feel like you could be out with your friends, or you could be drinking, or like at a club or a bar or somewhere in like a social event or a party even, where you meet them. But it's like during that, you're kind of going through it, or you're going through something, you're just really not expecting to find love in that way. I think that we always expect to find love when we're at our best or our peak, or, you know, all these things. And I feel like in this situation, it's kind of coming in as like, you're not really going to be at your peak, or you're not going to be feeling that way. You might be going through it in some sort of way, and you might be out with your friends, or you happen to be out with your friends, or at some sort of party, and that's where you're going to meet this woman. And I feel like it could be through a mutual friend, or it could just be that you end up meeting her in that way. And I feel like upon meeting her, you're going to really be super attracted to each other. With this Strength card, I feel like you're gonna notice like right away her physical features and attributes, and just kind of notice how confident she is, and really how she radiates this warm energy. And I feel like this warm energy is going to really kind of show you like a different side that like maybe you hadn't imagined before. In that, like, maybe you didn't realize you could meet someone who is so like open and outgoing and like warm up front, and I think that's going to initially draw you in and really attract you. With the Magician, I feel like this could be in result of some sort of manifestation process that you've been undergoing or going through, whether it's conscious or subconscious. I feel like you could have been seeking this and seeking love, and because you're seeking love or wanting to attract love, you know, you're expecting to have attracted that love at a time and place where you're at your best, or when you're feeling your best. But it's like gonna be so the opposite, or at least the process is. I feel like because you're not feeling your best, you might not think that this connection is reciprocated, or that this person is going to be as into you as they are. But I think there might just be a lot of confusion at first as far as like, you know, what she's interested in and what she wants from the connection. But I feel like you're going to come to find amongst this sort of rocky start between y'all that this is mutual, that this person wants the same thing as you, and they're going to want to give as much time and energy as you give. And I feel like this is going to be a very reciprocal connection, especially in comparison and maybe to some past connections that you've been through where it was very stressful, or you put a lot of work and energy and time into something and it just didn't work out, or they just didn't put as much into it as you did. I feel like in this connection, this person is going to really like be very physical, and I think they're going to be very material, and I think their love language is going to be gift giving. They're going to see you as someone who deserves love and is very lovable, and it might be really hard for you to believe. I do think that there's going to be a lot of chemistry and compatibility, and I think the sex is going to be really on point. I think this person is like a giver, and I feel like you both are givers, so you're both going to be really happy and really pleased with each other. I think this is someone who's very like toned and athletic and very like, I feel like they have like, they're very edgy. I feel like they have like a lot of tattoos and like maybe even piercings, or they might, I think like they might dread their hair, or they do cool things with their hair, maybe add jewelry to their hair. Something really cool is coming out here in the imagery. But I feel like they have a really awesome look. But I feel like they're very toned and athletic, and I feel like they could last like a long time, or they want to like go multiple rounds. They just have a lot of energy, but I do think there's going to be a very strong attraction between you two, and a strong chemistry as well. I'm wondering when this is going to happen. I feel like you guys could be total opposites, but also like the same, in that like you guys might be from different religious backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds, different races, but I feel like you guys are going to really kind of make a great couple. We have Treasure Island as well, and I feel like Treasure Island is coming out because this is something that you're just like not expecting to run into. It's like you've almost embarked on this journey, you're at sea, and you're not expecting to like run into some sort of treasure, and it, like I said, it's gonna happen when you least expect it. So let's pull some channeled oracle. This will of course be channeled oracle like future tense. Okay, we have smart is sexy. Interesting. I have not pulled that card yet. We have you are so much fun. I am not good at communicating my feelings. You are important. You know that. I am thankful that our paths crossed. I know I can't take back what I did, but I want to try. I feel comfortable being vulnerable with you. All right. So I feel like this person is going to be very attracted to your mind as well, and how smart you are, and they're going to see you as someone who's really fun. They're going to be very thankful that your paths cross, but I think they're not going to be very good at like relationships in general or communicating their feelings, but they don't want you to feel like you're not important because of that. Thank you, baby. But they are going to feel really comfortable being vulnerable with you in a way that they've might have never felt before. So when is this going to happen? Let's pull some timeline cards. We have 3 months and we have fall. So that kind of lines up. You could be meeting this person this fall in like literally 3 months. That's amazing. All right, Brianna, thank you so much for being here. I really hope that resonated. Definitely keep in touch and let me know how the situation unfolds. I'd love to know more. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is going to be Rigo. Drew got a regular deck pool because Paul forced him to, and he wants to know what is going to happen in his love life. Okay, so Paul wants to know when I'll find love. All right, let's get into it. Hi, how are you? So when will you find love according to Paul? When will you find love? We have the Two of Pentacles to start. We have the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. We have the Magician. Whoa. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Babe. King of Swords. Okay, I feel like a lot sooner than you think. Whether you realize it or not, I mean, I think it's obvious, like you'll know if you've been putting in the work for yourself, but maybe subconsciously you don't realize that you're attracting like love into your life, or you're in that vibration of like going to be in a relationship or going to be with someone just because. Okay, let me finish this spread, but I'm getting already that. I know, the cliffhanger. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so I'm getting already that you're just generally a hard worker, or you're working really hard. It could be like you're working really hard within your career or in a business, at the gym. No, seriously, like working on getting money, working on your goals in the gym, or just by putting out that energy, I think that you're going to be attracting results because of it. Of course, when you go to the gym every day for months and months, you're going to get results that you see physically. Of course, if you work really hard towards a goal within your career and towards earning money, you're going to see actual results financially in numbers. But what people don't realize is when you do all those things, they're acts of self-love. And when you kind of are in that energy every single day of working towards something and being better than you were the day before, you also attract love into your life. But it's not just love, you attract blessings, you attract opportunities, you attract friends. You just become very attractive. You're in an attracting energy. So I don't think you even realize that, like, maybe even subconsciously, you could be like, you could end up meeting someone. I feel like this person that you could meet, not that it matters to you probably, is that they could be a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I'm sure if it's a chick, she'd probably tell you on the first date what her zodiac sign is, so just keep one of those in mind. But I feel like you're gonna meet this person at the point in which you just finally decide that you're not in control of everything. I feel like I'm sensing that you have some control issues, or you have this thing where you want to control every like aspect of your life and really have like a tight grip on it. And you might even have an energy or mentality where you're kind of like, oh, everything's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. And you kind of like tell yourself things that maybe necessarily aren't true in regards to like your state of mind or your mental health, or it's like you don't really want help from other people, or you don't want other people to pity you, or there's this energy of like always wanting to like be in control of your life, or always wanting to be like the man, or you know, always wanting to be the hustler or whatever it is. And although you're doing like a really great job with your life overall, so much so that subconsciously you could be kind of creating new opportunities for yourself that you don't even realize. I think at the same time, it's going to be important for you to kind of shift out of feeling like you always have to have everything together, that you have to be this perfect person in order to have a girlfriend or in order to like have a date. Like you don't have to be complete. Like you can still be a work in progress. I haven't even finished your spread. You can still be like a work in progress. Like you don't have to be this like millionaire, like zaddy kind of guy who is super ripped and has like an 8-pack. You just have to like give yourself a little more credit. And as soon as you do that and you shift in your mentality of how you view yourself, that's when all these things come into your life. But it's like it's at a strain right now because these things want to come into your life, but you're almost saying to the universe like, I'm not ready, I don't deserve it, like I can't possibly be with someone because I'm not this or I'm not that. And that's absolutely like not true. That's actually bullshit. And it's this thing that I think you tell yourself because you want to be perfect, or you want to be like this version of success that you have in your mind. And although that's a really great thing to have because it's motivating, it's what gets you in the gym, it's what gets you to make money, it's what gets you to be who you are. Although those are great attributes, I feel like there are limitations to those attributes, and that you're energetically like rejecting like receiving things. Like there's things that want to come towards you. There's like even one night stands with the Prince of Wands. Like I'm even seeing here, like we don't even have to be talking serious terms. I'm seeing just like a straight up like one night stand can come towards you, but you're like almost putting yourself in a box, or you're putting yourself in a category where you're like, I'm not complete, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready. And so you're kind of like telling the universe that, and then the universe only responds to like how we prompt it. So if we're constantly saying the same thing, you know, then it follows suit. So I feel like with you, there's a lot of things that like want to come in for you, but it's actually a smaller shift than you think because it's mental. It's just like telling yourself something different, like I'm ready to receive, or I'm open to receive, or I can have what I want now. And you would be surprised like how many things come in for you. And like I said, it doesn't have to just be love. Like you could end up getting even more money. Let's say there's something like a goal financially you've been working towards and it's been really difficult to get this or that. It's because you have like a really tight grip on it. It's because you really want to control every aspect of it. And as soon as you release that and release those expectations, then like this influx of like surprise money comes towards you. You know, it's as simple as that. And I think with you, with the King of Swords, you're just a thinker, and I think you overthink and you lead a little too much with your head and not enough with your heart. And the problem with that is we live in a very like, you know, we live on earth, hello, hi, we live in a material world, obviously, but the thing is when we lead with our head because it's comfortable, because we try to rationalize and we try to reason, we're kind of living in ego, and we're not so much living in like a heart space. And when we're not living in a heart space, we're not like attracting, you know, different vibrations. And I know it sounds very like spiritual, like bullshit at the end of the day, but there is a lot of truth to that, in that you can become ungrounded when you're constantly leading with your head and your thoughts and all you do is think. So I think it's really important that you just kind of, I don't know, relax. I think you need to chill. No, I think it's just important that you make small shifts in your mind and you just open yourself up a little bit more to opportunity. Stop telling yourself and stop telling everyone that everything is fine, that you got it, that everything's good. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for help. And you know, also don't be afraid to like accept things into your life and accept compliments, or accept, you know, people flirting with you or talking to you. Just because you're not like necessarily crazy about yourself doesn't mean someone else isn't. You know, there's probably a lot of people that are very attracted to you and attracted to your hustle and attracted to your mind and all these great things, but you have to like understand that. So I think that there is definitely a potential for love to come into your life. I don't think it's like right away, but I do think that in time with these small adjustments, you'd be very surprised. You'd be very surprised like what could come into fruition for you. And, you know, kind of when you're not expecting it, I do feel like you're constantly grinding in some sort of way with the Eight of Pentacles, like something to do with work. And so you might not necessarily go out and like do the most or party or do all these things, but I do think there's like a very specific person that wants to come in. And I'm not saying specific in that you know them already, but just specific in that the universe, and I know I keep saying universe, but it's like the universe kind of knows what you want and knows what you've been wanting and has like the perfect person for you, but you just have to believe that you're capable of having that person. So but do pay attention to the red flags. Don't just settle for anyone. Understand that you deserve love. You are lovable. I think that, you know, the angels really want to remind you of that. And have fun. We have playfulness. You know, have fun. Like, go out and have fun. Don't take everything so seriously. Not every person or chick you meet has to be like marriage material or like baby mama material. You know, there's gonna be trial and error, which is fine. But just allow yourself to explore, to flirt, whatever it is. I think just putting yourself out there is going to naturally be that indicator that shows you other things. So we have the Observer. So I think Observer comes out when it's like either you are in an introspective kind of energy, or the universe is the one observing you. I think in this case, this could even be for you to get into an introspective energy. Start to like change these few things around in your mind, but then also start to think about the kind of person you do want. You know, you're saying like, okay, well, there's girls that want me, but I don't want them. Then think into, you know, imagine or you know, think into fruition or speak something into existence, or however the fucking saying goes. Try to figure out who you do want, like, and see if that person comes up in the material. See if that person, you know, shows up. There's no shame in like writing a whole ass list of like everything you want in a woman. Just like there's no shame in asking for everything you want in a man, because there's plenty of fish in the sea, and I'm sure that person is out there somewhere. But don't be afraid to like kind of think and like observe and ask yourself like, well, okay, what do I want? What kind of girl do I want to meet? So see what happens and make these few shifts. But I feel like this is, you know, what's going to happen for you. So I really hope that resonated. Thank you for joining the live. That was really sweet. All right, you guys, so if anyone, you're welcome. If anyone wants to book, they can, or I'm gonna log off if not, but I have like 1 or 2 spots available if you guys are interested. Baby, he does not need to DM you his list. That is so personal. Okay, let's do one more and then we will be logging off. Wait, you want to do like about finances or money? We could talk about like what is coming in for you. Hi, Labiba. So the information is in the description box below. I have one spot left if you want to snag that one. Okay, so Rigo, let's talk about money. What is coming in for you, or what's going to happen with you financially? How do you want to like word the question? Just tell me when you're going to be a millionaire. Okay, when are you going to be a millionaire? We have the Four of Pentacles to start. That's a good question. I should ask my deck that question. We have Temperance. Uh-oh, this is going to be like a whole spiritual speech again. I feel like your guides or the universe has just been waiting to like grill you about some things. They're like, okay, let me just make Sam the person that has to say all this shit. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, Temperance, the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, Strength. When are you going to be a millionaire? We have the Four of Cups in reverse, the King of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know if you're investing in some sort of stocks, but something about stocks is taking out. Okay, I do have to say, so in the last reading, you were the king. We got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. In this reading, you get the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. This doesn't happen like often. So I just want to say, in part and parcel to the last reading, whoever is coming in love is going to straight up be a gangster. Like, they're going to be as much of a hustle as you are. I do feel like this is someone that you could end up building an empire with, but they are going to be on your level. So this is not going to be a situation in love where you're like picking up the slack. That's just something that's coming out really strong. Like, this person wants to build with you, or they're going to want to build a business with you, or something. Like, they want to be like your partner. And I see that really strongly now that I pulled that again in this reading, but we'll go back to the millionaire question. But I just want to say that up front, that the person coming in love for you is going to be someone who matches your energy and matches your hustle. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the spiritual little talk that they want me to have with you first is that in order to be a millionaire, you know, we go back into that speech of having been able to receive. You have to believe, like truly believe that you can be that person. I know that you probably want it or have that desire, but they're saying that you have to open up yourself more to different opportunities. Don't be afraid to ask for help, blah, 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 all that stuff, accept love into your life, love yourself, yada, yada. So the thing is, there really is the potential for you to be a millionaire, and it seems directly correlated to someone that you're gonna be with romantically. And I kind of got that notion in the last reading, but I could, you know, there was no way to tell whether or not that was related to money. I feel like this person that you'll end up with is like that's the juncture in which you're gonna like finally make your first million. Like you guys will make it together. I don't know if this is like a business that you guys are gonna start together or something, but it seems like your intention is there with the Strength card, that you have that hustle, that you have that grind, that you do work really hard, and you have the confidence too. But it seems like it is kind of reliant on some sort of energetic shift. And again, it goes back into that spiritual lesson of being able to receive, being able to ask for help, not trying to control everything, etc., etc. I want to pull a few more cards because this is actually quite interesting, that it's like tied to someone that you're gonna meet and someone you're gonna be romantically involved with and be with. Whoa, okay, we have the Emperor. Yeah, I mean, okay, so the answer is yes. You definitely have the potential to be a millionaire, because now we're shifting from the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is very self-explanatory. It's like the wheel turns. The Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel is going to turn in your favor in this lifetime. And you're going to really boss up with the Emperor. The Emperor is a boss. The Emperor is a business owner. So is the King of Pentacles, but not quite on the level of the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who delegates, who at this point is so big that he has people working under him, and he really just needs to kind of delegate and make sure everyone is doing the right thing. We have the Sun, which is about clarity, and it's about like, you know, happiness, and it's about, I always tell people to imagine the Sun as whatever they view success as, whatever they view happiness as. If you view success and happiness as like millions of dollars, then there you go, you got the Sun card. If you view the Sun as like, you know, strippers, then fine, but you got strippers. But the point is, the Sun is coming out and it's coming after the Wheel of Fortune. So there's going to be this major shift and turn in your life upon meeting this person that like you are going to be romantically involved with as well, which is super cool, because I feel like you guys are both gonna like hustle with each other. And yes, there's gonna be multiple incomes, which helps, multiple credit streams, which helps. But I think like aside from it, the principle is that this is like a Jay-Z, Beyonce type of connection where you guys really both do have a commonality, and you do want to like persevere and like do the best for yourself and for your life. We have the Two of Wands, which is really about like the world is your oyster. And it just shows like once you do reach this amount of success, and once you do make your million, you could even make more and invest in more, and you can really like multiply that. And you know, you might find yourself doing all sorts of different like gigs that you didn't think you would do. I got you, La Biba. You will be after this reading. Yeah, so you're the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Swords in the upright is about being trapped in your mind, which we talked about in the first reading, and it's coming out in reverse at the end of the spread, at the end of this reading, because it's saying, look at all of what happens when you make that shift, when you make that mental shift. It really truly starts with yourself, and it truly starts with your mind and how you view yourself. Our words and our thoughts are so powerful, and if our automatic default mode is to be negative, or is to feel like we're not enough, or to feel like we're not at like the place in which we're able to like accept love or accept help or whatever it is, then negative things will happen because of it. But if we change that, if we shift that into I am enough and I am capable of receiving, and although I'm a work in progress, I think I'm capable of being loved, and yada yada yada, all that stuff, look at all the beautiful things that come out of that, like the fruition. So I feel like this is really positive. I think, yeah, what Spirit and the universe is saying is you absolutely have the potential to be a millionaire. And I know you know that, and I know you believe that, but like truly, like you truly, truly do. And you have the potential to, you know, maybe this is what was on your list. Maybe you truly do want a lover or a partner who is in the same grind and hustle as you, and you're going to find that too. Like I said in the first reading, you're capable of having absolutely everything you want. You can have the millions of dollars, you can have the love, you can have the house, you can have the car, you can have everything. Like there is no like cap or limitation on like the things you can ask for. It's just what you believe that you can have and what you believe you can receive. So yeah, how's that for some fucking wisdom? All right, let's pull some Oracle. Yes, we have milk and honey, which means nothing to you, but this is like the best card in the deck. And it basically says like the land of milk and honey, like the potential is like limitless as far as abundance goes. Like you're going to live like a new life, essentially. We have new life as well. There's some pretty negative ones in this deck too. So you're getting two really positive ones that are both, you know, just adding to the reading by saying like, yeah, you are gonna have a really happy life and you're gonna really boss up. And if you think that things are difficult now, it takes a few mental shifts, but this is not it for you. There is still a new chapter, a new phase, or a new cycle in your life that you have yet to live. And like you might look around and think it's bleak, or you don't like what you see at this moment. It's totally not permanent at all. Like there's so much more coming in for you. So that's really cool. That's awesome. So yep, the answer is yes. You're gonna probably be a millionaire. And with those millions, you'll build some more millions, and that will just be the gift that keeps on giving. All right, so I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live. I really appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next person, but Labiba, I'm not sure what reading you got. There's only like 4 packages to choose from, which is the regular deck pool, which is 25, 18 plus deck pool, which is 30, mediumship, which is 30, or the extended pool, which is 40. I don't do channeled messages separately unless you did a mediumship. You're so welcome. I'm glad it resonated. So Labiba, I can offer you a refund, or if you want to add to the total of a regular deck pool, then I can answer your question and pull that for you. Let me know what you want to do. I'm gonna drink some tea. You're totally fine. You're actually the 3rd person from Canada. That I have gotten today. That's so cool. So the regular deck pool is just one question. I can do the first one for you. How does the guy I'm dating think of and view you? Because I feel like that is the burning question. How does the guy I'm dating think of and view me? How does the guy I'm dating think of and view me? How does the guy Labiba is dating think of and view her? Ooh, we have the Hierophant to start. We have the Star. I haven't seen her in a while. The Prince of Swords. Okay. 6 of Wands. So, okay, first of all, he definitely wants more. Like, you guys are dating, but he definitely wants to be like fully in a relationship with you. Maybe he's trying to like not rush things, or like he's trying to like read the situation and see how you feel and stuff. But so far he's super into it. He really loves talking to you. I don't know if you guys talk like every day, but if you don't, he wants you to talk every day, all day. Never gets tired of you at whatsoever. He thinks you're super unique and just really unlike any other girl he's met before. You just have a really cool personality and a cool mix of just interest, and you're just different. I think he also like low-key puts you on a pedestal as well, because he kind of looks up to you in some sort of way, or it could even be that he just really admires you. He could see that you have a social media following as well, or you have some sort of fame. With the star, I always imagine the star in like in literal terms, like a star, or you have a star quality to you, or something about you as a star quality. But he kind of puts you on a pedestal, is sort of a fan, kind of. And he's kind of like, why not? Because you are super cool. So he's like, of course I'm a fan. But with the star as well, I think he sees that you've been through some shit in your life. Like, you've definitely come a long way. You've come out of the darkness into the light. The saying about the star is that you wouldn't be able to see the stars in the dark night sky without that darkness. It's really hard to see the stars when the moon is even full, or when there's a bunch of city lights. It's really much easier to see it in the darkness. And the star is someone who has gone through some things and had to like bring themselves to the light in order to shine brightly for other people. So you might have a platform and you might show people like your journey, or maybe you've just shown them that and you've spoken to them about it, and they really appreciate that, and that's why they find you really unique and really cool. They think you're a lot of fun as well with the Three of Cups, and they think that you guys could have a lot of fun together if you guys continue dating, if you got into a relationship. They don't think that, you know, some people look at relationships as like, this is super boring, or this is very limiting. But with them, they think that it would be super fun, that like they would love to have you on their arm. They really want to take this like leap of faith. I don't know if this person is necessarily like a relationship person, but something about this connection, or you in particular, has them feeling all sorts of ways. They're feeling very optimistic. They're feeling like this could be very successful, that they, you know, I think it's just like when you know, and I think with them, they're just like super down, and I think they're just trying to read the situation on like how you're currently feeling and thinking about them. Like, they want to make sure they're not like moving too fast, even though they would love to move fast. Because we have the Prince of Swords, who's someone who moves fucking fast. So fast that he doesn't think before he speaks. And then we have the Chariot, which is also about movement. So it's like, he would love the green light because he would come at you real quick with a relationship, but I think he's just trying to assess the situation and see how you're feeling and thinking. You know, amongst thinking that you're super unique and super cool, he thinks that, you know, at the end of the day, you're very sweet and you have a very maternal quality to you, and there's something very comforting about that. He thinks that he can really like open up to you and be vulnerable with you in a way that he doesn't really find with many other people, and with that, he thinks he can really like trust you. And he also thinks you're just very spiritual and intuitive, and there's just a lot of really great qualities that you have that he is interested in and very attracted to, and really thinks that he could fall in love with you pretty easily. It's kind of a no-brainer. I feel like this is someone who comes from a broken family, or they could be a child of divorce with healing family issues. Maybe you're a child of divorce. And maybe that's why I had mentioned earlier, I'm not even sure why I mentioned it, that he might not be a relationship type of person usually, but with you, it's like he just wants that and knows right away that he wants that. Maybe like in the past, it was just really hard for him to like trust people or open up in relationships, but with you, you kind of give him that energy that he feels like he can really rely on, and for that, he has like a lot of romantic feelings for you, and and just actually does picture himself being with you, like long term. Has a lot of passion for you as well. Like I said, you know, wouldn't mind talking to you all day, every day. Like probably wouldn't run out of things to talk about either. We have worth waiting for, so that goes back to like him trying to assess the situation. Like we started with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a relationship card. It's like, I want a commitment now, woman. But he's trying to read you and what you're thinking and how you feel for him. He doesn't want to like scare you off. So he's like, you know, it's worth waiting for. I'll take it slow. We can date. We can just kind of mull over things until we have that conversation. But I think he's pretty decided. He's pretty much decided like what he wants. We have building blocks. So he's totally cool like dating, building a foundation, you know, building a friendship, having trust. Just trying to go with the flow with the fates here, trying to, you know, just go with the flow really. But I think he's super interested in you. I think that he has a lot of feelings for you already, and I wouldn't say that he's like in love with you, but he pretty much knows that he is headed in that direction for sure, that he could totally fall in love with you. And yeah, I mean, I think this is all really positive. So I really hope that resonated. That is what I'm seeing for you. I love you so much. And I appreciate you for joining the live, for booking a reading. You'll have to keep me updated and let me know if you guys end up together or end up in the situation. I swear I have like a bunch of pending wedding invitations. I tell everybody that I do like a private reading for, if it's like headed in that direction, I'm like, listen, I love weddings. I don't want one, but I love to like go to the open bar at someone else's. Anyway, I appreciate you. That is all the energy I have for tonight, you guys. I appreciate everyone who joined or everyone who just kind of like tuned in. I really appreciate all that. I am going to log off and get some sleep, and I will see you guys later. And yeah, I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you stay healthy, and I will talk to you guys again soon. You'll probably see you in my next video. I am working on finally making my website live, thanks to my baby for helping me with it. I'm booking private readings right now, which are much more extensive, bigger packages. If that's something you guys are interested in, definitely send me an email, which you'll find in all of my description boxes of my videos. I'm doing the TikTok thing, so if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, all that great stuff. All right, you guys, I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys soon.